We're joined now by CSU Bakersfield coach Greg McCall, Jayden Eggleston, and Vanessa Austin. We will start by asking Coach for an opening statement and then open the floor to questions for our student athletes only. Once the segment is complete, the student athletes will be excused. We ask media to please raise your hand and identify yourself and your media outlet before asking your question. If you are joining on Zoom, please use the raise hand function and unmute yourself when called upon. Coach, if you would please start us off with your thoughts on the game.
First off, I just want to say, hats off to Northridge. They had no quit. And this is one of those games where, just like at their place, it went down to the wire. This is what you call playing for 40 minutes when you're using every tick of the clock. And we lost the same exact way almost at their place with Vanessa shooting that same type of shot but falling short. And this time we know it came out on our side. Great rebound. These two young ladies right here played their butts off, and it shows why they're well-deserving of the honors that they got for the Big West. Vanessa was in foul trouble in the first half, but we're used to that now, how referees are kind of calling against her. So we kind of learned how to play through that and play with that, and she's made the biggest adjustment of all. We just kind of tell her what to do, and she go out there and got to do it. And so we told her, stop setting screens. Don't move. Just stay where you are. If our guards use it, they use it. They don't, we're not even worried about you setting another screen the rest of the night. And so that way we can utilize you how we're supposed to utilize you on the offensive end. And so, I'm just so happy for our team, happy for the city of Bakersfield. We just made history today, being the first team to get a win in this new building. And so what a way for us to be able to start it up and get this thing rolling. So, but I'm just so happy for these young ladies, for our team, because they played their butts off.
All right, any questions for our student athletes, please?
I'll start. Henry Greenstein from the Bakersfield Californian. I got a question for Vanessa. First of all, like your coach mentioned, you were in foul trouble for a bunch of the games. So after that, how are you able to come on and get so hot in the fourth quarter and overtime?
I think that's when I really start to slow down, when I know I have a lot of fouls. When I'm posting up, I really take my time so that, obviously I don't pick up another foul, but I knew my team needed me, so, I had no choice but to buckle down and not get any more fouls.
Question in the back.
This is for Vanessa as well. Greg Kurt, KBAK TV in Bakersfield. Vanessa, just take us through the last play. I know it was more of a rebound and a putback, but just what was going through your mind as those final seconds were ticking off?
Well, as we were coming out the huddle, Jayden just told me to rebound. So I was like, okay, I'm going to rebound. So, when the shot went up, I was like, let me get this putback. Like McCall said, we were in that same predicament at CSUN, and I fell short. So, this time I was like, let me kiss it high off the glass.
Adrian Luevano, 23 ABC. Jayden, big game, career game for you, 29 points. I'm sure you had a lot of family and friends in attendance as well. What made you step up, and, how fun was it playing here in this new arena?
It was very fun. The arena is beautiful. And just to come out here with our team, we've been waiting for this. We've been preparing all season. We've been through adversity. We're ready for Vegas, and we're ready to put on a show and take the whole thing.
If I could just ask of both the ladies before they go, Hawaii's next. Your thoughts?
You want to? Okay. Hawaii has been a great competitor this year, but we love a good challenge, so we're ready. I think we're ready.
I second that.
I third it.
Anyone else? One more in the back.
It seems like when you guys first got here for warm-ups, everything was kind of loose, right? You guys weren't, overly serious. You were just having fun. How important was that, too? I think there's a moment where Andy Easley was struggling, and you guys all kind of rubbed her hand and her wrist and say, hey, it's time to get hot. Why is that so important for you guys to play loose?
We're out here to have fun. We're out here to win in games, and we know what each of us are capable of. And if we see a teammate struggling, we know to pick them up, and that we're all here for each other. We got everyone's back. So
I second that.
Any others for the student athletes? All right, ladies, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Sure, go for it.
I know I am too.
I'm taking this too.
I'll leave it up here for you. Get your name tag. I'll leave it up here listening for the show, but I need to drink something. I'm thirsty.
All right, question in the back for Coach.
Greg, in regard to Hawaii, they beat you twice. They got the Big West Player of the Year. Just your thoughts of the challenge going up against Hawaii a third time and what you think you can improve upon.
Well, I'm going to correct that. They've beaten us 3 times. So, yes, yeah. So they've beaten us 3 times. So, but it's definitely a fun challenge, and we're looking forward to it. But I've been saying this from my first interview I did. Right now, I just kind of want to enjoy this game just for a little bit longer because we've done something special here. And I know that you guys, I know you hear this a lot from teams, but you just wouldn't imagine a lot of the things that this team has gone through throughout the season, behind the scenes, and how tough they've hung. So I'm going to enjoy it, but I am going to answer your question. But, you know, we know that we got to face them. We know they're there. We know what they're capable of doing. We know them very well. They know us very well. So we're just going to go out. We're going to play our game and do what we need to do. But we're going to really try to enjoy this game a little bit longer.
Coach, you kind of touched on it. You know, this season has been crazy. You won conference games in the past in the tournament, but how much more special this one feel, especially with you mentioned the COVID stuff and just conference record, not winning games on the road?
Yeah, it's so special. I'm so proud of these young ladies because they are. I know that the mental health side of things is there, and they've done their best to try to stay mentally tough throughout all of the things that have happened to them. Especially throughout the COVID. You know, there's one time we played 3 games in 42 days. You know, it was a game in 20 days, and we had another game in 20 days, and we finally got a chance to play, you know, Hawaii back-to-back games. So that gave us 3 games in 42 days. And that's a lot to wear on a young person. And you kind of trying to tell them to hang in there. There are times where we couldn't practice. There are times where we only had 5 people to practice. And so we're just so grateful and thankful that we've been able to, you know, withstand a lot of this stuff that's going on, and then be able to withstand other things that have happened within our team. And we've just been able to hang mentally tough. And the enjoyment these young ladies play with and the excitement they play with makes it easy for you to coach when you know that they're all trying to do the right thing to win. And that's what makes it so fun. You know, it was frustrating earlier on because we had to get some things fixed and some things that was happening. We were trying to make adjustments, and we were losing games. And that's something that we haven't been able to, you know, haven't been used to in a long time. But it hit us. And now we just had to figure out how we were going to continue to win. And, man, everything fell our way today. Thank you, basketball gods.
Question on the left.
My question is, what was your mindset whenever you guys ended up going into overtime?
Stay poised. Stay calm. And be able to still continue to execute on both ends of the floor. I knew if we can get the lead, it would take some air out of them, but they just wouldn't quit. So it kept even going back and forth in overtime. If we could get that one stop, I figured that it can kind of seal the deal. They did even a better job of, on our last possession, before Vanessa got the putback, they shut down our play that we were looking to run. We were trying to get the ball in Jayden's hands, and they right away trapped her. And so we didn't get what we wanted out of that. And so we were just able to have to get up a shot. Vanessa got the rebound and made the putback. So, but in overtime, we just really wanted to execute and just continue with our focus.
Anything else? Great. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.
On the book bench.